Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I'm gonna give our praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, all the brothers doing the work, 144,000 hopeful elect. And I want to do a quick video on Cardi B saying she's finally done with Biden. And first of all, she should have never voted for Biden or supported him in the first place. Biden or Trump, neither one of them support so-called black people, the Israelites. So none of their policies, none of their positions that they hold, like when Trump was president and Biden's president now, but when they was in when they in a position over the Israelites, so-called black people in the 12 tribes, they never did anything for us. But we're gonna watch this video and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to the scripture right now. We're just gonna read this real quick. Alright, this is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. And the main point is that right here, and women rule over them. So everybody listen to what Cardi B gotta say. Oh my people, those who lead you cause you to err, and destroy the way of your paths. And the main point is, and women rule over them. Like I said, everybody listen to what Cardi B gotta say and her opinions. We already know Cardi B been with everybody. So she got what, maybe 50 to 100 bodies on her. How many men she done been with? But everybody want to listen to what she got to say. All right, let's go. Let's watch this video real quick.
President Joe Biden just lost another crucial 2024 supporter. Rap star Cardi B dropped her support for Biden over public service cuts in her hometown of New York City 3 years after supporting the president's 2020 campaign. The rapper, who was raised in the Bronx, raised in an Instagram live that she was done with Biden, highlighting what she views as a contradiction between the United States' domestic and foreign policies. Here's what she had to say about those budget cuts.
There's a $120 million budget cut in New York that is going to affect schools, public libraries, and the police department. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about the cops, but like, it is what it is. There's gonna be an $120 million budget cut.
Oh, you don't give a crap about the cops, but who gonna protect you when all hell breaks loose? I wonder, is that your fruity husband gonna protect you with the dreads that men shouldn't wear? You think whoever Offset or whatever his name is gonna protect you? You gonna be calling on the cops to come protect you when all hell break loose in the streets. So you don't get nothing about, you don't care about the cops, but you sure gonna call on them when trouble hit. That's the first person you gonna call. You can go right to 911 and call. So you know how Eve is. She don't want to obey the authorities, but when trouble come and destruction comes, they be the first ones to call the police.
With schools, with libraries, and the cops, and the police department, and a $5 million budget cut in sanitation. A budget cut in sanitation. We're gonna be drowning with rats.
And that's by design. They doing that because they want to destroy the cities in America. That's the whole plan. That's the whole plan of the elites: destroy the cities in America and bring everything down so they can bring out the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the C-hip, so they can chip everybody when all hell break loose and everything's destroyed and cities all messed up and criminals everywhere, and and everything so high. So that's what that's all about. That's why they cutting all the budgets and all that for sanitation and police, so all hell can break loose in these cities like New York and all that. So let's go.
2024 presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. responded to the singer's remarks, writing on X, "I hear you, Cardi B. We've got to stop the endless overseas spending and invest in our communities back home. These career politicians in D.C. are captured by corporate interests. That stops with me. Hashtag Kennedy 24. Friend of the show, Sabrina Salvati, had a spicy reply to RFK Jr. pleading, "Cardi B, please do not fall for this man's pandering. He's a Zionist who doesn't care about Palestinian babies being murdered. He supports giving weapons to Israel."
And that's funny. You see how everybody bringing out like the truth will be go forth through the four corners of the earth about who runs the planet, the Zionists and all that. So the truth is out there. So you got this Eve that made this post about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about what he said, and don't pay attention to what he said because he support him and he supports Israel, the land thieves that's over there right now. So the truth is out. Everybody bringing out the truth in the last days.
All comes as a new data visualization shows the amount of U.S. taxpayer dollars sent to foreign countries since 2001, with each dot that you see moving across the map representing your precious tax dollars at work. So I started to watch that because I saw the RFK Jr. response to it first, so I didn't know if she had specifically mentioned him. But she didn't specifically.
No.
I didn't watch the whole thing. She didn't mention him.
So what you need to understand about
Cardi B was trying to capitalize on this.
He was, and he really missed the mark. Cardi B is no fool. I think that it first came to light that she had a higher than average person's interest in politics during this famous GQ interview back in, like, I don't know, maybe it was the 2016 run era, or maybe it was the 2019 run era. I can't remember. But she starts going off about how much she likes FDR. She just does like a throwaway line about FDR. And the interviewer's like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, no, that's my guy. And he's like, why? Or maybe it was a female interviewer.
And I'm glad they showing a picture of Cardi B. They showing a picture of Cardi B and all her makeup and fake up on. Let's go to the scriptures and I'm going to show you something. Let's go down to 3 and 14. Is it 3? See, can I find that right now? 16. Oh yeah, that is. It's right on the screen. Alright, Isaiah 3 and 16. Because the daughters of Zion, which is that's what Cardi B is, she one of the Israelites. The daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with outstretched necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a jingling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will strike with his scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will uncover their secret parts. And the day of the Lord will take away their finery, their jingles, ankles, and scarves, and crescents. Okay, and we'll go down to 24. And so it shall be. Instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stench. Instead of a sash in a robe, instead of a well-set hair, baldness. Instead of a rich robe and girdle of sackcloth, braiding instead of beauty, branding instead of beauty. Your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty men in war. So the main point I wanted to bring out of that is this main point right here. Because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk around with outstretched necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a jingling with their feet. And it says right here, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will uncover the secret places. Salakia 17. Therefore the Lord will strike with his scab, and that's baldness. Like it said, it's right here in 17, the NLT. So the Lord will send scabs on her head, and the Lord will make beautiful Zion bald. So that's what's going on with Cardi B, because all that wig she be wearing and stuff like that, her hair, her real hair is, well, maybe not, because I think she Hispanic, half Hispanic or something like that. So she probably got a lot of hair, but still she be wearing those wigs and hair extensions and all that, and that's pulling on the hair, so making her have less hair than what she normally would have. She wouldn't wear all that crap. You see it with all that jewelry on.
How much she loves the great society program, social safety net, how important it is for people, grandparents, to have the benefit of
Get out,
Social
fake hair.
Security and Medicare,
Go
Medicaid,
back.
and all of the stuff,
Let's
and
go
how
back to that. Show you.
benefit of social
Let's fake red. Thanks. Pause. Go back. There you go. Look at this. Red, purple, blue hair. That's stupid crap. Makeup, fake up on. Witchcraft makeup on. Eyelids. You know them girls get the big real thick eyelashes and stuff. You know she got all that fake makeup on, so you know her skin under that is pretty bad. But you know, Eve, she got to wear that makeup and have an appearance of beauty. But when you take all that crap away, she's not as beautiful without it and stuff like this. So yeah, just wanted to make that point. Let's go.
how important it is for people's grandparents to have the benefit of this stuff and how her own life has been enriched by these programs. She has a very kind of famous
Wig.
struggle.
Look at that wig.
Riches story herself. And it's part of why she chose to endorse Bernie Sanders, saying famously, "Vote for Daddy Bernie," and then an expletive.
No,
in a way that went.
Oh, let's go back to what she just said, and this is what Cardi B said about the Edomite man. She told everybody to go vote for a white man, old white man at that. Go vote for a white man, your master. You know, Eve's master is the so-called white man, Esau.
Vote for Daddy Bernie.
Go vote for Daddy Bernie.
In a way that went really
Go
viral.
vote for an old white
And
man.
the Bernie 2020 campaign, they did a couple of events together. They sat together at a nail salon, I think, Detroit, and had this conversation, which I think every time she talks politics, it's surprisingly substantive. She very much cares about the struggles of working people, specifically from her experiences as a working class and low-income person growing up.
That's a
in the
lie.
Bronx. And she has never forgotten, it seems, where she
Nope.
has come from.
No, that's a lie. She can care less about where she come from and what she went through. She got the money now because she famous through Esau's system. So she just put it on the show like she care about the her people that's under her, the lower class. But that's all a show, to show that that she like everybody else, like connect with her audience and her people that like her music and stuff. See that for them to see that she's at their level, but she don't really look at herself like that. She happy that she sold out and got all the money in the big houses and nice cars and stuff like that. So that's what that's all about, faking for her fans.
Low-income person growing up in the Bronx, and she has never forgotten, it seems, where she has come from.
See, that's Bernie Sanders, that old white man.
He facilitated her.
Go back. That's the old white man.
When Bernie
She told everybody to go vote for Daddy Bernie or something like that. Go vote for this old white man, Esau Edom. This is Eve. She loved her master Esau.
dropped out, it seemed like he facilitated her shifting her endorsement to Biden. And there is an interview of her and Biden where she gives her endorsement that at the time I remember thinking felt like a hostage video. Like she was really being pushed to do this, but her heart wasn't in it the way that her heart was in to Bernie Sanders. So it doesn't surprise me that she would come out now with this critique of Joe Biden. I think her support of him was very, not Trump, just I hate Trump, so I'm going to support Biden. But at this point, with all that's going on in the world, and without perhaps Bernie pushing her in that direction, she's over it. That also, though, doesn't bode well for RFK Jr. because if her critique here is that too much foreign money, too much domestic money, American money is being spent overseas, RFK Jr.'s commitment to write a blank check to Israel doesn't actually go to that concern.
Right. See that?
I mean,
they always write a blank check to Israel, which is the land thieves over there. That's not the original people of Israel. They stole the land from the real Israelites. The real Israelites are scattered to the four corners of the earth. They everywhere, here in America, everywhere. So that's why they always write a blank check to Israel, because that's basically their people over there, Amalek and all that. So that's why they give them all the money they want. I think billions of dollars go there every year, instead of being spent in America for infrastructure and just lower prices and gas and groceries and stuff like that. That's why they send that money over there, because that's basically their people taking over the land from the real Israelites. So they got to support their brothers Amalek.
Although, to be frank, a blank check that Bernie really did support.
Oh, absolutely. Bernie, too. They're all...
See that?
In that video, she did mention both Israel and Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And of course, there are some candidates, not any Democrats, but some candidates in the race who are interested in a different Ukraine policy or not spending more money on Ukraine. What are some Cardi B songs I might know?
So Ben Shapiro's favorite, WAP.
Let's go.
Oh, I do.
I think Breakout was Bodak Yellow, like maybe.
Go.
Because she was first on, was it Love and Hip Hop? One of those like reality TV stars, as someone who had an up and coming hip hop career, but was also just like a lot of women are.
It's a whole bunch of crap.
Hero on the show. She got in a lot of fights. She was what you call like the villain on reality TV, but not because she was a bad actor, but because she could just read people really well. She was.
All right, that's
really
enough
sharp.
of that video. Let's go to the next one.
Thanksgiving, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, and welcome to the show. Thanksgiving is not
Let's go
preventing
forward.
us here from...
Spread this fucking video. I need y'all to spread this video, and if something happens to me, it's because I'm speaking truth. So God forbid something happens to me, and my family, or some shit.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to you because you under their system. You on the Esau Edom system. They made you famous. You and your husband and Megan Thee Stallion and all that. They ain't gonna bother you. They probably approve you saying this anyway. For you speaking out like this, they probably got an agenda for you speaking out like this, and people fall for it, your fans and all that. So let's go.
It's because the niggas is after me because I'm speaking the truth. And here's the truth, right? In New York, there is a $120 million budget cut. There's a $120 million budget cut in New York that is going to affect schools, public libraries, and the police department. Y'all don't give a fuck about the cops, but like it is what it is. There's gonna be an $120 million budget cut with schools, with the libraries, and the cops, and the police department, and a $5 million budget cut in sanitation. Of a budget cut in sanitation, bitch, we're gonna be drowning with rats. We're going to be drowning in fucking rats. So we are going to be having a budget cut on these shits. Mind you, this is why I said this is what I'm telling y'all, I'm not this year. Don't fucking ask me. I don't give a fuck the resume that they sent. I don't give a fuck. I'm not endorsing no fucking presidents no more. Because how is there a $100 million budget cut in New York City for fucking schools, library, police safety, and sanitation? Yeah, Joe Biden's talking about, like, yeah, we could fund two wars. Motherfuckers talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like, we're the greatest nation. No, the fuck we're not. We're going through some shit right now. Like, say it. We're really going through,
even the well, you know, she probably paid to say this, but even the celebrities and singers and rappers and all that saying that America's screwed. So you know in the last days and the Lord about to return. So even the paid celebrities even kept telling you that it's over. America's done.
Really are fucked right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
America's through.
That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So, look, the right is propping this up because they're like, oh, it's an anti-Biden rant. But it is, but it also is still a lefty rant because the idea is don't cut all this money. And to be fair, it is happening at the city level and the state level. So in other words, the cuts are not at the federal level or the national level. It's at the state and local level. But her point is, why do you always find money for wars? And then when it comes to like basic stuff that we need, all of a sudden it's budget cuts.
Because that's the MO of Esau Edom. They love war. They love for conflict and fighting and killing. That's why they always fund wars. Iraq, the situation in Israel against Hamas, they love war and destruction. They love to destroy and kill. Like the Bible say, they come to kill, steal, and destroy. Well, it says Satan right there, but it's really talking about them. It's talking about Esau Edom. He come forth to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what the scriptures say. So let's go.
And on that front, I think everybody sympathizes with her. So now one of the reasons, maybe the primary reason, why Eric Adams in New York is doing the budget cuts is because now there's this massive influx in undocumented immigrants.
And he did it on purpose.
Of course, this was the strategy and the move by red states where they're like, hey man, we're not going to handle all the burden of the illegal immigrant community, so we're going to, you saw the stunts that were pulled. You had Ron DeSantis send them to Martha's Vineyard on a plane, and you have Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, sending immigrants to like Chicago and to a number of different cities. And so they say, hey, the undocumented immigrants are really, really straining our resources. So now we're going to have
Which
to make
is all by design,
because we can't afford it. So we have to, we have to prioritize here. And basically what Eric Adams is trying to do is force Biden's hand to tell him, like, hey, dog, if you want us to take care of the undocumented immigrants, you need to send us federal help, more federal help. And so in a way, even though she's kind of confusing state and local politics with federal politics, she's actually correct in that they're more linked than you think. Because Biden could send funds to help with the undocumented immigrant community, and then you wouldn't have to have the budget so strained and the cuts and all the things that she's talking about. So, and I'm sure that's another reason why the right is propping it up, because you could sort of spin it as a rant against undocumented immigrants, but really it's just a rant about priorities and funding. And it is true. We had Janet Yellen say it the other day. We've had Biden say it. I mean, it's a very common. When it comes to war, there's never even a question.
Exactly.
They're saying, yeah, we're going to fund both Ukraine and we're going to fund Israel. Which,
Exactly.
by the way, is ironic as well, because, like, if you want to make a comparison in one conflict and the other, obviously the comparison is Ukraine to Palestinians. That's the comparison. You know, to fund Ukraine and Israel, I mean, that just makes no sense. Like, on the one side, you're funding the person who was invaded. On the other side, you're funding the invader.
Exactly. That's
Like,
Esau. That's Esau
if you
either
want to be
way.
consistent, you either have to support Russia and Israel or Ukraine and Palestine. But as you all know, it's not about like moral principles or who is the aggressor or who's in the right and in the wrong. No, it's more about who are our allies. And in the case of Ukraine, they're our ally over Russia. In the case of Israel, they're our ally over the Palestinians. Because, of course, the Palestinians have links to Hezbollah in Lebanon and to the Iranian government, and they're like one of our biggest enemies. And so it's not about like the moral position. But I think also that's another part of this that's frustrating to people. It's like, it's one thing if you tell me, hey, like this is truly a dire situation where we need to fund, you know, this war, but it's not that, right? Like, if you're funding Israel to do basically a genocide or ethnic cleansing, or at the very least just killing massive numbers of innocent civilians, over 7,000 kids and over 15,000 innocent civilians overall, you know, that's bad. Like, that's not a good thing. That's actually a horrendous thing. And so,
That's the
I mean,
Esau
look, I totally sympathize with her, but this is the way it's always.
All right, let's get some subscriptions. That'll be the video. Let's go to Proverbs. But like I said, that's the MO of Esau Edom. All about war and destruction. Fund Israel doing genocide, but support Ukraine. It's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. You got one being, like you said, one being invaded and the other doing an invading. You supporting both sides. Go to 13. I'm just gonna read this and be the video. Alright. The way of folly. Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sits at the door of her house, on a seat by her highest place on the city, to call to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn in her. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, soul and water is sweet, and bread eaten is secret and is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell, the grave. See that? You notice that too about when it says hell. Here, right here. Let's go to the NLT and read it, and it says grave. So when people talking about, oh, you're gonna go to hell, it's talking about the grave. But people actually believe there's an actual real hell that you burn forever. No. It says right here clearly, and it says hell in the King James version, and you go to NLT, it says grave. That's a good reference right there when people say that hell exists in the Bible. But little do they know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of the grave. See that? The depths of the grave. It says right here the depths of hell. So hell and grave are basically the same thing. So hell doesn't exist. That's just a little side note I noticed when I read that. Alright, that'll be the video. Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. We give our praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, our brothers doing the work. Alright, shalom to the next video for tomorrow. Alright, shalom.